Hey guys, welcome. Today me and my hubby are going to be, well, mostly my hubby is going to be putting the shade up. Last year we had 2 straight months of 3-digit temperatures, so of course my garden was struggling. It was super sad. I would put like an umbrella. I'll show you in a clip over here how I would shade it, but the rest of it wouldn't be shaded. So this year we bought these shade poles, this shade, and it's going really good. We're at the end of June and we've already had a lot of 3-digit temperatures. I'm in El Paso, Texas, zone 8A. We're in the desert, the Chihuahuan desert, so it gets hot here. This has really helped. So if you were looking into doing some shade structure, here's an idea. I'll show you what we did kind of wrong or what you could do more efficiently. So let's do this. I failed to mention in my intro that these two 4-foot poles screw off and on. And the reason I want them removable is because when it's spring, fall, or winter, I don't need my shade up. So I'll be removing it and storing it away. Along with the poles, it comes with a 4x4 base plate, 4 self-drilling bolts, and D-ring clamps with the nuts and bolts, plus any extras that you might possibly need if installing a different way. And here are the extra tools my hubby used as well. A rotary hammer with cement drill bit, bent or long nose pliers, a marker, hammer, groove joint pliers, measuring tape, torque wrench, 19mm wrench, cable wire fence roll, 3/16 size wire rope clips, shade cloth clips, slip joint pliers, and of course, shade cloth. Oh, and 2 to 4 turnbuckles and spring links. And a wire cutter, but I'll show you later because I forgot to add it into the mix. So first off, you're going to find the location you want to put your poles in, obviously. And place the plates where you want, mark where you want to be drilling, then drill away. And some of you might be wondering, why does she need such heavy duty poles? It's just a backyard garden. But where I live, we get 20 to 40 mile an hour winds, and I've seen trampolines on the street. If people don't bolt those down, they're gone. I'm in a gardening group here and some use PVC pipes, but if they don't cement those down into the ground very deep in, they're gonna go flying. And like I said previously, I want them to be removable so that I could store them in the off season because I don't want my shade up here all year round. I recommend you use safety goggles and a mouth cover because as you can see, it creates a lot of cement dust and you don't want that in your eyes nor to inhale it. When he finished, he vacuumed and swept up any excess dust. And now he's adding the self-drilling bolts that came with the poles. Although the name is deceiving, they don't self-drill. But as you can see, you simply insert them into the holes and then just hammer them down. This process of screwing in the bolt, not gonna lie, took him quite a while. But with the magic of fast forward, you don't have to sit here for 20 minutes watching this drag on.
I'm doing this because this is longer than the actual cement.
Yeah.
This is 6 inches. The cement is 4 inches, so it's here.
Right.
So it punched through, and this isn't connected to any cement. It's on the dirt, so I couldn't churn this tightness.
All right.
So what I had to do is make sure that this doesn't turn and then tighten it, and then it's coming up, and then now this is against the cement, so now it's going to start opening up.
Oh.
So I don't know if you want to explain that.
You just did, sir. Ever so eloquently.
I know, right?
And after all that screwing, then you get to screw on the poles. And ta-da! You just have to do that 3 more times. So after you finish this process, it comes with a D-clamp which allows for height customization, and you can either add that now or you can add it later when the poles are screwed on so you know where you need the rings facing, but it's probably easier to add now and then adjust it later because as you can see, it's a little tedious getting all the rings to align. I helped him the other 3 times and it made it a little easier with 4 hands. Alright, so now that he's added those 2, he's going to add them to the other side, which is the same rinse and repeat process. I don't think you want to watch this again. You get the gist of it. And a little reminder, just so you make sure that you measure the distance of the ones you already put and you align them accordingly on the other side so that your shade isn't all wonky and unaligned. Alright, luckily we have a good sized yard and we're able to extend the shade cloth to start putting the clips on. Plus we still have shade from our neighbors' trees. God bless those trees that give us ever so needed shade in our desert.
There you go. Too far in.
Oh yes, sir. Right there, right?
Myself, yeah.
Yeah, so it's better to put these 3
in
first.
Okay.
And that way you could align them. Because once these are in, then the other ones are a little easier to put in.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Because they start bending. They're not like the best thing. See how that's bending?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to find a hole. Or actually, watch. Do this. Bring it in.
Mm-hmm.
And then find it. See how these 2 didn't make it.
I see. So
It's hard. No, you could do it by hand. It's just tedious. Like you have to get all 3 in. There. Yeah. We spaced out the clips every 2 feet since the clips I bought came in a package of 50. We put 25 on each side of the shade cloth. And as you saw, they're not that easy to clip until you get the hang of it. Then it goes by a little faster. Here's another little close-up. And like I said before, thank God for my neighbor's trees because it gave us a lot of shade as this took quite a while.
You want to hold it or you want to run it through? One end.
Run it through. Okay, here's tip number 1. Instead of threading it as you see me doing here, I would recommend that you measure the wire precisely from pole to pole and then cut accordingly. We ended up cutting a bit too long and we had a hard time later adjusting it once the shade is on and the whole thing just gets heavier to manage. Side note and unrelated, as you can see here, my grass is not all that pretty. It was May here, but just to show off my yard, this is what it looks like now. If you want to check out the video as to how I keep it this way, click on the link above. He tried to use these to cut the wire, but these weren't working, so he got this diagonal cutter and cut it with this. But as you can tell by his heavy breathing, you gotta put some muscle into it.
Nice. These are actual.
Next, he's adding the wire rope clip and thimble set. Make sure you get it the size of the wire. I believe ours is 3/16 inch.
Nice and tight here, and then make sure that there's enough room for 3 of these. I think we can do a little less. So I don't want it to, because it's obviously gonna interfere with when we collapse it.
Well, it was exactly 48 and you got
50 per
50?
side. So we'll be fine.
so two. Okay.
Yeah, no, I could cut it to size.
No, I meant, is it enough with that fold?
Yeah.
Because that's about
That's
a foot
not even a
of
foot.
fold. Oh, okay.
And we're still, and then we still have like another foot to play with.
Same process, rinse and repeat on the other 3 ends. But keep in mind that we had already added the shade cloth, so that's why we're enclosing all the ends already. Alright, while he tightens the other D-rings on, I'll show you why we're putting this shade on, which is because last year my veggie garden shriveled to shreds when we had 2 months straight of 3-digit temperatures, like I said at the beginning. Here in my tower is my kale, and as you can see, that's already super sad with the heat, and it's May, so our temperatures are just getting worse. Over here is my bell pepper, and as you can see, I have a little makeshift shade on it to keep that from shriveling up. Alright, so now was the hard part, and hindsight, like I told you, we should have done this slightly different. I was scared we were going to ruin or break some of my plants. We should have scrunched up the shade at least to one side and then clipped on the wire, but we had the shade extended, which made it that much more harder to lift over my arch and my vegetables, since the length of this is 48 feet. So I'd suggest adding the wires first, like I said earlier, just so that you're sure that it's exactly correct length. And after you attach those, then remove them from one side and add the shade cloth. Then lift it to click on again, if that makes any sense. Or you could just do it the way we did it and suffer a bit more. I do recommend adding a turnbuckle to each of the ends, so 4 turnbuckles. It's easier to put the wire on and then tighten it when it's already on. And we didn't finish that same day because we got tired and it got very hot. So the next day we came out and cut the excess of the cloth. I removed the clips with a flathead screwdriver, but just to let you know, sometimes the clip's teeth do get messed up and the plastic grips break because these that I got aren't that strong. And just to let you know, it's been a month and we've had lots of winds and it has not unraveled, so I'm really loving this shade cloth. We did put some clips at the end so that the winds don't move the cloth the way you see it doing here. We had some pretty strong winds, so I recorded it to show you the clips are staying on, the poles aren't moving, the shade isn't unraveling after cutting it. And if you notice to the right, the wind was so strong it broke my sunflower. If you notice, the shade does droop down a bit because it was slightly too wide. And here I am trying to fold it and clip it, but the clips aren't strong enough to go through double the shade fabric. So we're just going to let it be for now. My husband does want to move the poles out a bit so the shade cloth can be more taut. Plus it'll shade another couple inches of my garden. For now, I'm super happy that my garden is being shaded from this brutal heat. Let me know what you think, but be nice. And let me know what you use to shade your garden because honestly, these were not cheap. But don't ask me how much because let's just say one of the kids isn't going to college now. Just kidding.